In this video, we're going to continue with our valley framing. And as you can see, I've got the ridge board in. I've got the two sleepers in. I cut the ridge board back so that it sits on top of the sleepers. So that way the sleepers perform their function of distributing that load from that ridge board out. It's not pushing down on the piece of plywood between the trusses. And now it's time to put some rafters in. I'll show you what I would like to see done on rafters. So first thing I did was to go in and put a guideline in. And the guideline is 48 inches from the left side of this truss to where the guideline is. So we can keep our 2-foot centers, because that way we know, regardless of where this is exactly, we're still 2-foot centers from this truss. And then I took a 2x6 piece of material, labeled it as valley framing, and I set the left edge right against that guideline. So it's 48 inches on center from that truss to this rafter. And then what I want to do is I want to rotate that piece down so that it follows this guideline. In other words, follows the ridge of the plane of the roof. So I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to go into my rotate tool, and I want to rotate. I want to get the green protractor, and I want to rotate that line so it's the top edge of the rafter down, and I want to bring it down to where it is even with that line right there. Now, if we look down the plane of the roof, we can see that the rafter is perfectly in plane with the trusses. Okay. Once we get it rotated, then it's our opportunity to cut the ends. So we will go from that end point to that intersection, and we will push pull, and we'll push that one out. Got to make sure we push it the right direction and far enough. There we go. When that offset limited warning comes up, that means you've got it sitting pretty good. Now this end, the top end's easy to cut, but this is a compound angle. And I'm sure there's a real easy way to cut that compound angle so that it's compound and sits flush with the sleeper. It isn't exactly necessary. I mean, it's not like it's required by code or anything. I'm just going to cut it flat at the proper angle and let it sit that way. And how I'm going to do that is I've already double clicked into my piece here. So I'm going to draw a line across these 2 points, and then I can continue the line over to the end of the board. And if it's purple like that, that means that it's the same line. And then I can push pull, and I can push that one out. So it's sitting exactly where it's supposed to here. Now it doesn't have the nice compound angle cut, but it does sit properly at the location, and you can toenail that in place, and your rafter will be adequate to hold up your valley set. Okay, that's the first rafter. Now I just take that same idea and keep going 24 inches on center all the way up the top, and then turn around on this side and go 24 inches on center up this side.